Earlier today, Billy Donovan handed in his resignation letter with a nice letter to the city of Chicago. Me and C Dub are going to talk about what's next for the Chicago Bulls. Then we're going to ask how long or some things that we should consider for the next regime. What is their tallest task as they enter this organization? And then we got a fun topic. Is there a case for Steve Kerr? Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it all down, but you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog, C-Dub. What's the word?
What's the word, man? Billy bit the dust, bro. He out of there, bro.
He definitely got up out of there for the Chicago Bulls, man, and it was something that had a lot of Bulls fans celebrate, man. But hey, if y'all tuned in, like what y'all listening to today, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. C-Dub, earlier today, busy. Billy Donovan was busy and letting Chicago Bulls Nation know he out of there. We did not hear your initial thoughts, but when that tweet came across your cellular device, what was your initial thoughts before we talk about a couple more things?
It's funny, nephew, because I found this different than my instant reaction when I found out about Nick Vooch, or when I found out about AK and Mark Eversley. It was like, okay, with those two guys. Like, okay, that's probably was needed to be done. But with Billy, I kind of predicted that he wasn't going to come back. I thought it was personal reasons. In a statement that he left, we'll talk about that in a minute. It seems like he don't like the direction the Bulls are going in, so he gonna choose exit right. I'm like, okay, Billy, good luck for you. And now that makes this the best job opening in the NBA now. Not only are you coming in here as the basketball operations of one of the biggest cities in America and one of the biggest markets in the NBA, but you're going to be able to hire your own GM, your own head coach. You got Matas Buzelis and Josh Giddey. You got 4 draft picks, 2 early first-round draft picks of 15 and up. You got another first-round draft pick in Noah Esagay, which you can count for next year. So in actuality, 5 draft picks for next year, a pocket full, 2 back pockets full of second-round picks, and a partridge in the pear tree. This has just become the best job in the NBA.
It's an interesting one for sure. But hey, I said that Billy Donovan was one of those guys to where you look at it and you just say, hey, appreciate you, big dog. Yeah. And we definitely needed this change to where hopefully we can get some proper alignment, started from the top all the way down to player 15 on the bench. That's what we need in Chicago. Enough of this being mid, enough of this play-in stuff that we keep going up against. It's time to try to make ourselves at least first a playoff contender. But hey, C-Dub, it's a lot of things that need to be done, man. But hey, what in your mind is next for the Chicago Bulls?
Well, I think it's pretty academic. You got to get your president of basketball operations in here so that you can get your GM hired. Or if you want to do it, you go and get a GM. I think you can go and get a GM as long as the guy you coming in here as a basketball president of basketball operations, and that GM that you hire before you hired the president of basketball operations can work together. As long as you know that they can work on the same path, go ahead and do that. But obviously, it's going to get a GM or president of basketball operations. There's no doubt. That's the next move.
Yeah, the,
And that's got to be quick, nephew. That's got to be quick because the lottery is next week, nephew.
nah, you still got about it's May 10th. So
Like
3
2 weeks.
p.m. Chicago time. So that's like a little over 2 weeks
Yeah,
from now, probably about 2.5 weeks. So you got to go out there and figure that out too.
that ain't a
Um,
lot of time, neither, nephew.
right now with the before I go, what do you think about the candidates that's been revealed already? Did you
That
need to
cool.
provide with some context, or you know?
Uh, no, I read the list of guys. They are all cool. Um, More important to me, it'll be the GM. He more in depth and more, mostly have a feel with the players. Just use AK as an outlier. I don't know why we seen AK more than Mark, but that's what it was. Um, get a competent guy in here. Matter of fact, I would like the guy in here to have this unique strength, or this gonna be his top strength: team building. I need team building to be number one on your resume. This is your best quality because at this very point, and this point of this turnover, that's what I'm calling it, because we turning it over. We need a great team builder, nephew. We need it.
I think that for the Chicago Bulls, next step is making sure that you have good alignment with what the expectations are for the club. I mean that by the saying, like, you look at every organization to you going over there to Boston, you're looking at Brad Stevenson, and then all the way down to Joe Mazzulla, and then all the way down to the next best player and or the best player, and you have your argument in Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. I ain't doing that, but your best two players, and then all the way down to the end of the bench to where now you have some young guys that's developing within your organization to where a lot of people was having thoughts of saying that this may be a gap year for the Boston Celtics, but they look like they prime and ready to go to the damn finals this year. Obviously, we still got a lot of playoff basketball to get through, but these guys did not take a major step back at all. And I'm looking at organizations like the San Antonio Spurs, looking at organizations like the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have bright futures. Let's go and get and make sure that we have alignment within the organization to where we have guys that are on the same core accord when it comes to draft selection, trade opportunities, people you want to trade for, things you want to bring into the organization, simply because we talked about plenty of times the Chicago Bulls. It was being reported that Billy Donovan was scouting Derek Queen, and we got Noah Essengate. That's not the shit on Noah Essengate, but there's misalignment there, at least in my opinion, because you look back to some other drafts and you look at it like the Chicago Bulls needed point guard help at one point in time. Lonzo Ball was hurt, and I'm pretty sure Billy Donovan advocated for some players that was potentially out there other than Pat Bev. Like, I think that we need to have alignment, collaboration within the building of the Chicago Bulls, and I think that's one of the most important things.
I just think I just want to touch on one of your points there, nephew, about everybody. I keep hearing this take about Billy going to scout Derek Queen and AK not listening to Billy Donovan. I would like to say I would not like to put that as a bad thing on AK's docket, because every leader don't listen to everything a council has to say. If you look at just go through leadership throughout history. If Hitler would have listened to his generals,
Oh my goodness.
we'll be talking fucking German right now. So that don't mean because they're your counsel and they can give you advice that you have to listen to them. I ain't saying it's a good or bad advice either. I'm not just saying it, but you can't, like, I don't know.
I
That's a
think
very
it's
sticky right there.
I think it's absolutely terrible when you can't take advice from your contemporaries who help you run this team. There's no way in hell that we went through offseason after offseason after offseason talking about getting a big, and then you refuse to address the spot until it's too late? There is no way that you go through a damn season and at least not have the foresight. If you're not going to go out there and take the advice of the guy that's coaching the players, why continuously give him a boatload of guards? It makes no sense. So it can be true that you don't have to take everything that the head coach is saying, but it will behoove you to go out there and at least take the advice of the guy that's coaching the players to where he can have those players performing at a higher level within his system. He's the guy's running the system. He know what he needs for the system. Help him go ahead and execute by getting him the players that would have been conducive to winning for the system. That's the only point.
Yeah. I understand you, and I'm actually half agreeing with you though. I'm on my side.
You're a stubborn motherfucker. You don't never.
I'm just on my side. I'm just saying he stood on what he wanted to do. That's his title. He's the president of basketball operations. He stood on what he believed in. He didn't want Dairy Queen, even though we disagree. I'm with you, nephew. I disagree. We should have got a big, but he stood on that shit, and I respect it. And it ended up being a part of him being released from Chicago Bulls. Now the future, I do love what you was just talking about finding the right culture, finding a nice mix of people, any level, from the top level all the way down to the players. I agree with you, but the next fucking step is to get a competent basketball operations guy or a general manager in here, because we have a draft lottery around the corner. We got to get those guys scouted. We got a combine in Chicago. We got to get those guys scouted, and we got a draft coming up in June. So that shit got to happen fast.
Agree. I think they need to definitely be diving into their situation and getting this squared away. You know what I'm saying? Do your due diligence, but don't drag this alone.
You can't.
Do your due diligence throughout the entire process. And I think that what's next for the Chicago Bulls, it'll be good if you go out there and do your due diligence. And Michael Reinsdorf, I hope you learn from your mistakes. There is no way in hell that these moves and these things was happening and you just sat behind the curtain or sat on the damn golf course drinking Coors Light, kicking it, and letting this motherfucker ruin our franchise. C-Dub, just real quick before we move to the next topic. Just real quick. You hearing the tree leaves early. Philly was offering 2 seconds for Andre Drummond. You ain't pulled. Let's go more recent. Patrick Williams ain't been really performing. You gave him 90 millions of my dollars.
No, bro. He did.
Somebody offered a first-round pick for a guy that ain't been playing in Lonzo Ball, and you ain't pulled. You trade Ayo Dosunmu in the playoffs putting up good minutes. You ain't pulled.
That's egregious.
Like, when the fuck was you going to step in? So I hope Michael Reinsdorf learned his lesson. You ain't got to be the meddling owner, but have your check-in points after certain shit is done. Like, why do we do this, and what is the plan to correct or move this thing forward? It's not the man was moving us back. The man was moving us back.
I hope he wasn't just sitting back watching as a fan, like, oh shit, we did. Oh hell no, we got them again. Get your you own the team, stupid ass. Call them up.
Oh, the real, like what? That makes no sense.
He like, oh no, we traded Ayo. Oh no, we trade, nigga. You own the team,
bro. Because like, last point. Because like when you go out there and get Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine is signed, Nikola Vucevic is traded for, I'm like, I bet. What's next? What's the plan? Lonzo gets hurt. Okay, how can we go out there and fix this issue? We find out if we didn't do anything.
He tried something, nephew.
I'm just saying, if for that offseason, if we didn't do anything, okay,
you got catfish.
How are we going to address Lonzo Ball?
Catfish.
And then catfish wasn't good enough. Now we checking in again. And now I'm checking in too much, and now I gotta whoop your ass.
It was catfish. That was his answer to Alfonso Paul. Can you believe that? It was catfish.
It definitely was. But hey,
I definitely got one more question though. We'll probably do it on the next one. It's okay.
for sure. But hey, man, now we talk about what's next, and we both agree that it's starting with getting the lead guy in here, and making sure that they get the proper guy in here to run the show. My next question is the new regime. What is their tallest task, in your opinion?
Wow, that is a great question. I think, honestly, that's a fucking terrific question. Honestly, I think it is, because I do not think that you're gonna have a hard time getting some good players with the assets that we possess, with the money that we got in the salary cap and all the
you don't
draft.
think we get good players?
Yeah, I think we could get good players with money.
Okay.
Yeah,
I heard that wrong. I got
you. But meshing the players and the coaches, I think that's going to be the tallest task. So ultimately, that'll bring me to finding the right coach. Will be the tallest task for this regime, and they got to do it. They got to do it really fast too. So this got to be 24 hours a day until you get that guy, and make sure it's the guy that's going to carry you for at least 10 years or something. I don't want no band-aids or no stopgap players, no stopgap coaches, and we know them when we see them. Because you can't fool us. But I think finding a coach that can mesh organically with the players, sort of like Coach Spo does with the Miami Heat. That shit just matches. The Miami Heat players look like they mesh with Coach Spo. I know he probably the best coach in the NBA, but they match. And maybe somebody could say that the coach is probably the coach's responsibility to get those players to mesh with his philosophy. But I think with Matas and Giddey here, he's gonna have to give a little. You know what I'm saying?
Give a little. How so? What do you mean?
Maybe Josh Giddey ain't the type of point guard that he likes. Josh Giddey is a pass first. He's improved his shooting. He doesn't have much way of the isolation game, but he can do it. Maybe he wants a guy like Tyrese Maxey. Maybe he wants Darius Acuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he wants that type of players. Different coaches like different type of players, bro.
Agreed.
They're if they're gonna build the team, this is the type of player I like. And I could see different coaches liking the way Giddey plays, and then different coaches are like the way Darius Acuff plays. So I think the coaching search is the tallest task for the Chicago Bulls.
I agree with that, but I want to ask one question. So before I go, I want to ask this question. So pretty much, do you feel like with you just paying Josh Giddey and I don't know if it's gonna be difficult to move off that contract, but I think the contract is of good value at $25 million a year, me personally. But do you think that it's important for the coach to have a plan to maximize the talents of a Josh Giddey, in your opinion?
Absolutely. And that's not just falling upon the shoulders of the head coach. That falls on the shoulders of the GM to get the correct players that can have symmetry with a guy like Josh Giddey.
Okay.
I will admit that it's probably hard to find guys to play with Josh Giddey. You got to find particular plays, less ball dominant guys, 3-and-D guys, maybe athletic wings. It's just different. It depends on the player you want to build around.
For sure. And I think that if we're talking about building around Josh Giddey, I think they need, we talked about it before. I don't need him to be the number one option. I need him to facilitate my fucking offense. That's
absolutely.
Just me. But I think the tallest task for the Chicago Bulls is absolutely on par with what you said, a coach. But I'm gonna add a caveat to it, and that caveat is player development. How do you get the best out of the young players that's gonna come through this club? We've
Mhm.
seen so many times these last few years, so many players who come in, have a good summer league, me talk shit, and then they throw egg on my face during summer league. Learned that lesson real quick. But the point is that player development. How do you get the best out of Matas Buzelis? Can you help him become a 3-level scorer now? We know he can shoot the 3. We know he can get downhill, but once he gets stopped going downhill, can he now evolve as a guy that can operate from level 2? Josh Giddey, how do you keep him as the same player that he is, that he can fill the stat sheet but be more impactful? How do you continue the development of Leonard Miller, Rob Dillingham, because I believe they should be here and will be here? And then for those, let's just say, for the second round picks that they could potentially draft in this year's draft, how do you have them on a process to where I ain't even gonna say both of them come through for the organization, but at least one of them come through and fulfill a role for the organization? Because we got guys like Adama Sanogu who never panned out, Marko Simonovic who never panned out, Julian Phillips who never really panned out, and so on and so forth with so many names. So on top of the tallest task is finding the right coach, but also having that coach and that staff put around this organization to where player development is at a premium, to where we have teams coming to us to offer us additional assets so we can have a revolving door of talent.
Yeah, that's a great take, nephew. I'll just add this. I never look for coaches for player development. Now listen to me.
Yeah, because you sound
Coaches,
friends.
coaches, coaches, I think, and what I think about basketball, they're mainly here for scheme and where you're supposed to be on the basketball court, and it's about wins and losses. It's his staff, it's the trainers, it's the shooting coaches. Coaches ain't got no fucking time to be teaching people how to shoot 3-pointer shots. They ain't got time to be shoot. Let's get this defensive stat straight so y'all know it 100%. And then if y'all need help with your shooting form, we got David Corrales over there. That over there in the corner. He's the shooting coach. You go over there in the corner. Coaches, when it comes to player development, I think that's less on the coaches and more on his staff, which in essence
I'm gonna disagree with that.
goes back to the coach. In essence, damn.
I'm gonna disagree with it based on what you just said. In essence, it goes back to the coach.
Yeah.
And I think that, yeah, you can go and work with the trainers on your low post game, on your rearrange game, on your form. But as the head coach, how do you get this player minutes to where they get reps? You can go out there and work out all fucking day. Don't matter if you ain't getting reps.
Right.
It does not matter if you're not getting reps.
Yeah. But that's a totally different conversation, though.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
You're talking about playing time.
It's still gonna fall on the coach to make sure that players develop. Period.
Well, I'm sure that coaches, they meet with the players and they make a maybe not this physically, not like a checklist, but he tells them, like at the end of the season, like right now. Remember in previous seasons, Billy said he'll have an interview, one-on-one interview with all the players and tell them how the season went and what they need to improve on for next season. I assume that is how it is. Like, like say here it is. Catfish coming into the coach's office. Hey, Billy, how can I get more minutes? Well, Catfish, you're gonna have to find a new body because that body ain't working. You ain't getting no minutes with that fucking body on this court because that body is trash. You know what I'm saying? I try to throw in a little joke, but
I would agree with you that it's probably a more intimate process with the assistants and the training staff. I would agree that it's more intimate with them, but it's still ultimately on the head coach. This is your staff.
It's their responsibility. It's their responsibility. That's his staff, so it's his responsibility. Yeah,
of course.
You're right. But him physically being there teaching motherfuckers how to shoot threes, that shit ain't happening.
I agree with that. But I think that he needs to have a process and plan to get the best out of his players.
100%.
That's my point. So
that's right. We halfway. We half and half.
We'll be you steady talking about half and half, nigga. This ain't a Arnold Palmer. What the fuck is you talking about? This ain't no damn Arnold Palmer.
I don't even know what drink that is, bro. You've been
It's
out
a
south too
lemonade with
fucking long.
iced tea. How the fuck
You've been
you
out
don't know
south too long.
Arnold
Everybody
Palmer?
drinking on
He
Arnold
old as
Palmers in
you.
Chicago, bro.
He old as you. Everybody and their mama know what an Arnold Palmer is.
Ain't nobody drinking on Arnold Palmers in Chicago.
Bro, you
man.
ain't you don't drink Arizona? It came in
Yeah.
the black can. The black can.
The black Arnold with the can? Yeah.
Yeah, you just said it. The Arnold Palmer lemonade, iced tea, mix.
Oh, I thought you said about a drink, like a liquor drink, bro. I don't know
No,
what that
the
shit-
damn Arizona drink, lemonade, iced tea, mix it.
Oh, it's just a regular beverage? Oh, okay.
A regular,
okay. Everybody's drinking
ass
that.
beverage.
Oh, okay. I thought this was a liquor. I thought this was a liquor.
This man funny. All right, man. Before we get into the comments, want to go out there and just discuss something that's going around Bulls Nation right now, man. Me personally, I don't think it's gonna happen. That's just me personally. But is there a case for Steve Kerr? I'm gonna say no. What do you say?
I definitely this week. I've been watching Steve Kerr very, very closely. You know, he came out in the same fashion that Billy Donovan came out, nephew. He was like, man, we gonna see. We're gonna have to sit back after a while. I'm gonna take 3 days off and talk and see if I come back. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, he'll be dope for Chicago. He got history here. He got 3 rings here. You know what I'm saying? He'll be perfect to slot in. But then he killed that argument when he said, I'm only gonna coach Stephen Curry next season if I come back. Bitch.
I told you. I told you that's the only way.
I was gonna make a video, nephew. It was coming 10 minutes long. I swear it was coming. Steve Kerr.
I already told you he ain't, bro. When you coach great players like that, you gotta be, in my opinion.
That's so weak.
That's just my opinion, bro. What
do you think of that? What do you think of that? I
just think that if you go out there and you coach a Stephen Curry, a LeBron James, you gotta, if you moving somewhere else, especially if you had years and years of success with said generational player, you gotta move on to something else. That's great or have the potential of being great. That's just my opinion. I just look at it like that. And I think that if you don't want to start off with a bunch of question marks. Right now, the Golden State Warrior don't have the next best thing.
But
let's just say, here's a super crazy hypothetical. Let's just say this was one of the situations and the Minnesota Timberwolves became available. You think Steve Kerr wouldn't jump on the opportunity to coach Anthony Edwards? In a heartbeat.
Why not?
In a heartbeat. But the Golden State Warriors ain't shit right now.
You think coaches is only looking for packed teams, like really all teams that's already with great players on them? You think coaches only look for that type of team?
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be set up like Minnesota Timberwolves. Do you think that Steve Kerr, let's say, will you be more intrigued to coach the Golden State Warriors, knowing Steph is almost done, or coaching the Washington Wizards?
Why you put the Bulls? Put the Bulls in it. Move the
no,
Washington.
I didn't want to say the Bulls.
Well, move the Washington
Wizards.
No, move the Wizards. Put the Bulls, please.
That's my question. You give me your answer.
I would want to. You ain't gonna. I want to coach the Washington Wizards.
That's my point.
But why? But no. But you actually look at this man right here. Look at this man. He been smiling and dancing all motherfucking day. Look at him. A man lost his job, Steve.
He quit his job. He ain't lose it.
No, he didn't lost his job. He parted ways. That's what he said. He parted ways.
But nephew, you
continue y'all debate.
You are correct. In that, why won't you switch the Wizards for the Bulls? Why won't you do it?
Because I can't connect everything to the Bulls, but the point is that the Washington Wizards look like they set up to at least be good next year.
They got a good future. Nice young players. Maybe they change the coaching staff. Maybe that's coming. But they got a nice bright future. But I did want to ask you this question from this little note that Billy Donovan wrote. I'm going to read the first couple of lines and tell me what you think after I'm done. After a series of thoughtful and extensive discussions with the ownership regarding the future of the organization, I've decided to step away. what are you horrified?
Nah, this a breakup song. Fuck is you talking about?
Oh, wait. Are you horrified, bro? What they tell that man?
They told him everything you needed to hear in the press conference.
It ain't what they told him, is what he told them.
Right.
Did y'all just listen to me?
Yes, I heard you. He told they ass.
Nothing they can.
I'm leaving,
bro. It's nothing they can tell him right now to say, "All right, we in good hands," because you just don't know.
This ain't Sherman's. We not in good hands.
Okay, with Billy Donovan leaving, this is the best job available in the NBA. Agreed?
No.
Why not?
Why is it?
Okay, thank you. I'm glad that you asked. First off, we have Matas Buzelis and Josh Giddey here. We have 60. We got the most money for salary cap for the free agency coming up. We have 5 draft picks, and I'm adding Noah Essegay. He did not play last year. He's going to be another draft pick. He's going to be a number 1 draft pick next season. We have a back pocket full of second-round picks. We have a coaching opening and a GM opening. This is the best job in the NBA.
With all that being said, if I'm a GM, you know what I just heard of?
What you hear?
Problems, and more problems.
How?
Because that's so many problems I gotta fix. I gotta go find me a coach.
How the fuck is that a problem, Steve?
That's a problem.
The team in your image.
Bro, that's a problem, bro.
Bro, they handed you a blank slate.
What the fuck?
Well, for one, the reason why it's not the best job is, for one, nigga, Orlando's the best job. Let's get that shit out the way. Orlando's for now.
What you got?
How?
They still got right now.
You said what?
How is it the best job? What they got?
What you mean? They got Paulo. They got Franz
Not
Wagner.
open yet.
Hey, I can confirm this thing getting fired. I don't give a fuck. Bro, when I tell you, bro, I promise to God, this is just a Jerry Krause situation. That nigga can win the championship and he getting fired. They hate him.
Hell no.
Paulo hates him.
Paulo hate him? That's what you saying? Oh, that's a big problem.
No, I know he
definitely don't like him.
I'll tell you, it's a 95% chance he get fired.
That's a big problem.
You got both of these dudes was calling each other out during the press conference.
During the press conference, bro. Throwing each other under the bus in the press conference. Like they ain't down the hall, folks.
Steve, bro, like he gone, bro.
I'll give you this. We number 2, but we ain't the best. You said the best. We number 2.
See, why you always trying to downplay us, bro? We the best fucking job in the NBA right now.
Not because we still got a stupid ass ownership that they got to fight.
He gonna be out the way. His nerdy ass don't know anything. He out the way, bro.
Is he?
Yeah.
Then I mean,
he let AK fuck up.
That's cool. That's cool. That's how we want it. That's honestly how we want it. He is out the way. That just puts even more pressure on this dumbass to make the right choice.
Oh, bro.
It's not him though. It's gonna be John.
What do you mean it ain't him?
It's gonna be. He don't know shit. It's John Paxson. He don't know shit.
He the final guy. He got to sign off on this shit.
John Paxson is the most important guy in that office right now.
John Paxson ain't gonna be paying them.
He ain't, but he the most important guy. He's going to find the guy. He's going to give him the recommendation.
There is no most important guy because, for one, it's John Paxson and fucking 102 other people.
Who got the clout though, Steve? John.
All they ass apparently.
None of their ass got the clout. We don't know the niggas.
You gotta realize though, these niggas we're paying these people to scout.
Yeah, I know. They giving us a wide net, casting a wide net of a list of people, of a group of people to pick. But John Paxson is going to be the guy that come in and pick. Like, this is the guy, Mike. We getting this motherfucker right here. That's what he gonna do. He the guy.
I don't even know why we still talking to
I
his
can't
ass.
believe, bro. You is a Chicago. You're Chicagoan, bro. You a
I am
Chicagoan.
Chicago, and I told y'all when you start talking to John Paxton fucking 10 years ago.
Bro, we on the right course. I'm just glad Steve was happy this morning. I saw you, Steve. I saw
was
you
happy
this morning.
Bro, all his teeth. I'm ready. I'm ready.
At least you got that. My thing is, you got a chance to turn it around now. Y'all ain't have a fucking chance without doing this.
I agree. It would have been
I
tough.
mean, it's almost. I didn't finish talking yet.
No, the chance. Let me not say you don't have a chance. Your chance is slightly lower, even more.
Yeah, they can fuck it up. They can definitely fuck it up. But I ain't even finna go thinking like that, though.
We just gotta wait and see what they do, man.
I think it'll be difficult to fuck it up. It'll be difficult to fuck up the draft. It'll be difficult to fuck up free agency.
Ain't difficult, folks.
It ain't difficult to fuck up the draft.
I'm saying you see all them players in the draft, bro. It's so many good players.
I seen a draft one time. There's a lot of motherfuckers. We had like Devin Vassell. We had like Tyrese Halliburton. Shit, we had
Denny.
had Danny Avdia, who turned into a fucking monster,
bro. I just seen an interview and he said he was convinced he was coming to Chicago.
He said that. Ain't that a bitch? He said that, bro.
Told you. AK's a man.
I thought we was gonna get the motherfucker. I thought it was either him or Opie.
Toppin. Obi Toppin? He came in that draft too.
Yeah, I thought it was either him or Opie. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna be one of those people talking about we passed on Tyrese Halliburton. We weren't looking at Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, he went way later.
We weren't looking at him for.
But
no. The Halliburton catastrophe is fucking New York. New York had no reason passing on Halliburton.
Yeah, Bronson wasn't there yet.
Bronson was not there yet. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I think that's absolutely fair, man.
He went to Sacramento first.
He went to Sacramento with Darren Fox. And he was so good that they had to make a decision.
They had to make a decision. And they made the right one.
Good.
Well, they made the wrong one, actually.
They made the wrong one.
Yeah, because they fucked up and didn't get De'Aaron Fox.
They determined it. Hey, how the hell? Damn. You know what it is? I think we sync with the damn. That's why we ask. We sync with them. They're the Sacramento Bulls. We sync with their ass. We done pulled all their powers for being ass.
Bro, it do seem like we joined at the hip. We always trade with them and shit.
We always doing dumb shit right along with them.
Uh-huh.
Just crazy work, man.
But he out, man. It's time to get this team built now. It's time to get it built.
What's your dream scenario based on all the people we looking at?
As far as you want to know the
GM coach.
GM, I'm not really. I don't want to say I don't care that much, but I don't. Yeah,
that's the most important,
right?
He's not the most important.
I'm tweaking.
Team builder.
We got to do 3 things actually: president, GM, coach. I forgot.
Yeah, we got to do 3 things.
I forgot about that.
So with the GM, I would like a team. I'm just gonna tell you what the fuck I want. I need a team building front office, with specific players being young and athletic. That's it. That's all I want, bro. With some aspirations for the future, bro. Like a Matas Buzelis and Giddey, you feel good about the future a little bit. Like, okay, they're gonna be decent. I wanna feel like the guys that we got on the team is gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of want a scenario where we get somebody where we know what they like, what they running, so we can already pick on like, yeah, he gonna be here, he not gonna be here, and because the last thing you kind of want, especially in our scenario, don't get me wrong, I'm not completely against us going the whole hidden route where you go find your guy, the guy that nobody knows, but I just feel like we should go to somebody that at least know what they're doing to some degree.
And what position?
All of them.
Even head coach. You was talking about a young guy for head coach like early in the season. Like
I don't want no old ass motherfucker. Nobody older than 60.
So you want to coach with a little bit of experience of head
Yeah.
coaching or experience of sitting on the
Not
bench?
necessarily head coach, just coaching.
Okay.
And coaching, and not necessarily. Let me be. I'm just a little vague. Coaching with winning organizations.
Okay.
That's why I've been mentioning people like Jerry Stackhouse, Chris Quinn, people like that.
I like those guys.
Yeah,
What
I
about
agree
you,
with that.
nephew?
I agree with that. I think that me personally, I think that the 6 candidates that they had, I think those are good candidates. It's gonna come down to who has the best vision for the Chicago Bulls, obviously, because you got guys with tons of experience. You got some guys with just a little bit of experience. And Austin Brown, to my knowledge, he has never been a GM. So, but he
I don't
has
want
been
those.
he has been a player scout. So it is interesting. So I think that if you don't hire him, I still think you pick his brain on some of the prospects that he's been scouting, because as a agency, you scout players too. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You don't want to represent somebody that's not going to give you your bang for your buck in representing them. So I think that's somebody that if you don't consider him for the position, you at least talk to him at the very least. So I think that list is good. And then I say you just I just hope that this thing can get in alignment, because to me it was not in alignment from the top down, and I think that's what we're lacking. So I hope that we can get that in order.
They were saying like AK was an authoritarian in that bitch. Do you get that? Do you get that vibe from him when he sit there and talk? He talked like he ill mannered.
If every coach, I mean not every, if every pick Billy wanted, he denied. Yeah,
this motherfucker. I ain't get that vibe from him when he
I
get
got
on
it.
front of the
I
TV.
did. That nigga used to talk to us like Triple H talk to our ass now. Like if you don't want to watch it, get out. People gonna watch it anyway. Bitch, who you talking to? We paying for this motherfucker.
No,
You gonna sit here? Don't sit here gas like me. Like I ain't watching this product, nigga.
bro.
I know what I'm watching. This some bullshit.
I'm pissed
You want
off.
to sit here?
Right
You want
now.
to
I ain't
sit
gonna
here
lie.
and tell me this fucking ass salad is fucking garbage salad, and it ain't. Nigga.
Crazy.
I'm playing with my J Car kill like that, Triple H, bro. Don't play with her like that. Bro. Give her a belt back.
I should have texted you. I'm like, as soon as Bianca came out, showed that belly, I said she losing. I said it. I knew it.
Why does that correlate with Jade?
Because that's the rival. That's the storyline we was all waiting for. Bianca's supposed to come back and go at Jade.
Oh, okay. Oh, is Bianca back?
She's pregnant.
Oh, so why did they take the belt from Jade?
It was time.
Crazy work. Yeah, V-Dog, I agree with that, man. We're going to get a couple of these in and then we gone. Yep, he did think he was the smartest. A lot of people felt
did
like
y'all
that.
get a hole from AK when
yes,
we
nigga.
Yes, bro.
Did you know what want you to do after this live? Go watch every final press conference.
End of the season.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Mark Eversley, y'all.
I'm talking about AK.
We know we talking about Mark Eversley.
That motherfucker was nowhere to be seen, bro. What?
Last year he had that fucking postseason shit. He was snapping on all our ass. Like he was mad at us. Mark Eversley.
When?
The last season, at the end of the season.
Mark Eversley, bitch ass, they say shit to us. What you talking about?
Yes, he did. Am I lying?
I don't remember Mark.
I ain't seen
Mark Eversley was last year's draft. Fuck is you talking about?
Right. Last time that nigga, I seen that nigga was at Bulls Fest with that hot ass suit on. Fuck is you talking about?
Y'all tweaking, bro. At the end of last season, it wasn't AK, it was Mark Eversley, bro. Of last season, not this one. Last season. And he was mad.
I don't remember that one.
Bro.
Real.
That nigga was a ghost.
Y'all. We should have already had contingencies for head coach or GM. Nah, man, bro, it's way more complex than just saying this is our guy without talking to somebody, bro.
Yeah, you definitely gotta talk to everybody.
You gotta talk to everybody.
They gotta paint the picture.
Yeah.
Right. And they was waiting for Billy too for his decision as well.
Facts. SP said, let's hire Kurt Heinrich. He ain't got no coaching experience, do he?
No.
I need somebody with experience. He talking about he just coaching at the YMCA. Man, fuck that, SP.
Hell no, Kurt, go sit your ass down.
For real.
Shout out Kurt.
Starts now. Let's fix this right away.
I'm with Rose. It's time to fix it.
Paxson had good run. Steve-O ain't start falling until guard Foreman brought his Muppet ass up in here.
You still let him.
He definitely still let him.
Definitely still let him. But hey, man, fellas, we gonna see what is lead us. We free.
Look at this man.
That chewing bitch ass nigga is going. That nigga, you ain't never your ass ugly as hell. You been in this motherfucking city for 6 years and you ain't get your ass no gum license, no commercials, no sponsorships, no goof ass on.
On the real. But hey, y'all get y'all final thoughts, man, so we can get up out of here.
Hey, man, this officially makes this the best job available in the NBA. I'm glad to see what the future's going to bring to this franchise. I can't wait to what we get in the draft. I can't wait to see the coaches that's going to lead us into the future, bro. Bro, this is going to be a fun summer, bro. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
It's definitely going to be lit. Hopefully these guys can go out there and do the right thing for the sake of all of us, for the shit that we had to endure the last few seasons. But hey, that is it from us today, man.
No
Make
Doc
sure y'all
Rivers.
go ahead and hit. Nah, he done. He done. Done.
I'll get traded for real after that happened.
No Doc Rivers.
Nobody listening talking about some motherfucking Google me. We gonna see.
Need a Google a fucking voice surgeon. That's what need to fucking.
But hey, man, on y'all way out, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. More Bulls content on the way, man. We appreciate y'all. Try to see red as we get this thing corrected, and y'all already know we're gonna catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace. Cognac.